and we are here for Alternative Hour with Drew White. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm stoked that you're here. Your new song just dropped last Friday, right?
Yeah,
It's great.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been sitting on this one for a while, and so to just finally have it out is, yeah, I just couldn't be more excited.
It's got to be such a great feeling.
Yeah, I think it's funny. Releases, you sort of have all this anticipation, like you're about to do the craziest thing ever, and then it just sort of happens, and the song's out, and
Yeah.
and you just kind of have to sit there and wait for the data and wait for the feedback. So, a lot of hurry up and wait, but it's exciting and it's super fun.
Do you have like release day rituals that you follow?
Try to not look at my phone.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel
Distract
that.
myself. Yeah.
I totally feel that. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about you and your start in music and how you got to where you are now. And then you're going to play live for us in studio. To kick things off, we'll be playing some of the songs that influenced you and some of your songs that you've released into the world. But I'm curious to know, how did you end up in Nashville?
Yeah. So my plan when I was in college, that's when I started taking music seriously. I released wrote a song and decided to release it, and then started trying to mess around playing in the bar scene, and all of a sudden I was making some decent money playing gigs in town. Went to a small school in Greenville, South Carolina, and yeah, so I think when I started doing that, I loved it, and it was so much fun. And when I graduated, I was like, I need to go to Nashville. That's where all the music happens, right? But the pandemic had other ideas, and so I found myself in Charlotte, North Carolina, where my parents were working in a FedEx warehouse, slinging boxes, and then building desks in
Wow.
like a wood shop. So,
That
yeah,
must have been really fun.
oh, it was awesome.
Building desks, like woodworking is so fun.
It was amazing, and just also, yeah, just to it's like mowing the grass every day. Like you just see what you did, you see what your hard work pay off right away. So that was fun, but it was also just, it drove me crazy because I knew I wasn't going to be there. So I just, I was writing, and had a lot of honest conversations with myself of like, what do I want and what do I want to do, and just really tried to work really, really hard on getting my guitar chops and getting my singing chops, because everyone told me when you move to Nashville, you're either going to get scared or you're going to get inspired, and that scared me. So I worked really hard. So by the time I got here, it's been incredible.
I feel like every day living here, it's kind of like a balance of both.
Yeah.
You get scared some days, you get inspired some days,
Yeah.
and it's
And-
always a mental battle.
And at this point, my scared is more tired.
Yeah,
And I just
heard
get
that.
tired.
Heard that. So how long have you been in Nashville?
3 years as of January.
Oh, nice. Did you grow up in North Carolina?
So I kind of grew up all over the place. I was a ministry brat. My parents were missionaries in the church when I was a kid. And so I was born in Rome, Georgia, did a brief little stint in Brazil when I was like 2.
Wow.
And then Birmingham, Alabama was where I was mostly raised, and did a little stint in St. Louis as well.
Wow.
But yeah, Birmingham's where I went to high school and middle school, so that's where I'm from.
That's so cool. So
Yeah.
do you think traveling around a lot influenced your songwriting in any way?
I think in just about every way, in the sense of just you meet a lot of people when you go a lot of places, and everyone's different, and so to one be be the weirdo and doofus that I am in all these places, that lets you know who you are, but also just to meet so many different people that love you for so many different reasons. It's
Yeah.
I think it's been everything about why I love music. So
So cool. Well, we're going to play one of the songs that has influenced you. Tell me how you discovered Tom Petty, when you discovered Tom Petty, and how Tom Petty has influenced Drew White.
well, so I think I was probably 8 or 9, and my mom, for my birthday, gave me all her old vinyl and a record player, and
When you were 8?
yeah.
That's
I
sick.
well, all I would listen to was like classic rock radio, and when we were still in the church, it was like U2 and Switchfoot, the Christian rock and roll back then. So yeah, I just
Was you too Christian rock and roll?
well, they were like Christian enough that I could guise them and bring them into the fold, right?
Gotcha.
So yeah, man, God bless the Edge for showing me some rock and roll guitar riffs at that age. But Yeah, so yeah, I had Tom Petty's classics on vinyl and just tore it to pieces and in addition to the rest of them. But I think just having a unique voice and telling a story and then telling that story again in a different way on the guitar has always, that's really all it takes for me to fall in love with an artist. And I think Tom Petty was one of the first people who did that for me.
Totally. Totally. Well, let's play this song and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more and play a couple of your songs.
All right.
This is 96.7 FM, Young Country, Nashville. You're listening to Alternative Hour. I'm your host, Chelsea King. We're here with Drew White, and you are about to hear Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I should have known it.
I should have known it. I should have seen. Leave it to you to treat me mean. Every promise was just a runaround. I should have known it. Yeah, you're gonna let me down. And it's over now, you see. This is the last time you're gonna hurt me. I should have known it. Hard to believe. It was all right there in front of me. Sold down the river, left for dead. Yeah, you put ideas in another man's head. And it's over now, you see. This is the last time you're gonna hurt me. Thanks for nothing. Yeah, thanks a lot. Go ahead, baby. I take all I got. And it's over now, you see. This is the last time you're gonna hurt me. This is the last time you're gonna hurt me.
You're listening to 96.7 FM, Young Country, Nashville. This is Alternative Hour. I'm your host, Chelsea King. We're here with Drew White. That is one of the songs that has inspired you in your music.
Yeah.
We're about to play one of your songs next, and I'm really stoked for everybody to hear that. It's called King Street.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what your songwriting process is like.
I think it's a lot of things. I think there's an ideal where, any songwriter, you sort of have this experience where all of a sudden there's just a song. Like, you have a thought, you have an idea, you hum something, and there's just a song. So, anytime that you get that sort of magic from the universe, I immediately did the notes app on the phone, writing it down. If there's a melody, if there's a guitar part, just repeating it until I cannot possibly forget it.
Mm.
Because when you do forget to, it's the most frustrating thing in the world. It's like you feel like
Yes.
you maybe had a winning lottery ticket and you left it at the gas station kind of feeling. At least for me. But and
Totally.
yeah, I think that a lot of growing up for me as a musician and as an artist has been to trust in the songs that take time
Mm.
and the songs that one idea comes out that's really good and the rest of it's kind of crud, and then you circle back to it a couple months later, or your life changes a little bit and it takes on a whole new meaning. And it's so cool when those songs that you really kind of workshop, I think they're equally rewarding, because you have the songs that take 30 seconds and
Yeah.
it feels like there's good karma and it's real and there's magic from the universe. And then you have, on the other hand, these songs that, there's one I've been working on where every night, I don't know that something's going to come out of it, but I keep working new guitar parts, keep working new melodies until something sounds right. And when I finally finished it, it's like just as rewarding in a totally different way. So, yeah, but in short, my notes app on my phone and my memos app on my phone, and getting mad when I forget to
Yeah.
do those things when I have
Totally.
the ideas.
And I think you described it in such a beautiful way. Like, it really does feel like magic when you write a song.
Yeah,
It's alchemy.
yeah, and also some, I think that there's the commonality of sometimes when those songs do come from the ether, it's really easy as a songwriter to get complacent and just be like, oh, well, that's how all good songs come. So I'll just wait
Mm.
for them. And I think that as a songwriter, it's just so important to work and to, because it's healthy for you as a person, right? You're
Mm.
journaling and it rhymes, but yeah, I think when those songs don't come from the beyond or wherever they're coming from, it's so important to have that kind of skill on backup. So that's something I've been trying to work on a lot for sure.
Totally. And so you spoke about the universe, you spoke about magic and karma. How do I phrase this? Do you believe in karma?
Oh gosh.
It's kind of a crazy question to talk about on air, but
I'd like to believe that, when I see people working hard or I see people being kind when they don't need to be or when no one's watching, I'd like to believe that it pays back.
totally.
I think love's very real, and I think good karma, I guess, is manifested a lot of times as, like, I don't know, you get people who love you in your life. But yeah,
Yeah.
so sure, I'd love to believe it.
Yeah, and it feels like, when you're making somebody else's day, that's kind of karma in itself, because it makes you feel good.
Oh my gosh,
To make
absolutely.
other people feel
Yeah,
good.
for sure.
Well, we're going to play your song King Street in a second. What was the writing process like for this song?
So when I did move to Nashville, I wanted to kind of give myself some time to figure it out, because everyone's like, this is country music town, and I love country, but you listen to my stuff, and clearly I'm not necessarily a country music artist, especially from the Nashville perspective. But yeah, so I got a haircut like 2 weeks into moving here, somewhere close to Printer's Alley, and I was walking out, and I heard like guitar solos and blues music coming from, now I know it's Skull's Rainbow Room, but I didn't know what it was at
Sick.
the time. I just heard blues and rock and roll. I was like, all right, you know what? There is gonna be I felt really alone and scared, but I got home and just sort of started writing this. You don't have to do it on your own, and just like believing that there was this place of community here in Nashville for me. And yeah, it's been really cool to see that kind of play out after I wrote the song. But yeah, was just working a lot and having a hard time, so I just sort of a note to self of things are gonna get better, they're always gonna be hard, make sure you're doing what you love, and that's kind of how it was born.
Totally. I love that. Well, let's play the song. Do you want to announce it for us? It's like Disney Channel.
This is Drew White. You're listening to 96.7 Young Country Radio, and this is my song, King Street.
You don't have to do it on your own. Somewhere out there, you're gonna find your job and dropped your love. Took a few steps back, see what you're made of. Just felt the fire of a really dream. I flew out of the water, felt my soul was clean. We're up on King Street, playing the blues, singing up in the beat, rhythm. We're north of 17th Avenue. Took the load off my shoulder, let the ground be my muse. Take these chances, take these chances. Take a chance, take a step in the dance, it's yours to lose. Take these chances, go on, take these chances. Take a chance, take a step in the dance, it's yours to lose.
This is 96.7 FM Young Country Nashville. You just heard King Street by Drew White, and we have the privilege of being here with him in studio. I can totally hear the Tom Petty influence.
I'd like to think there's definitely something there.
That's such a sick song.
Thank you.
Do you produce your own music, or like who do you work with?
Yeah, I have the production capabilities of a squirrel, or I don't know, something that's
doubt
bad
that.
at production.
You could figure it
So
out.
I throw stuff together. What my production process has been, I work my good friend in town, Asher Condit, Asher the producer on TikTok or Instagram. He's he's brilliant, and I'm just lucky enough that he wasn't working with enough high profile artists when I came in the picture that and he'll still work with me. So
No, good music is good music.
yeah,
It doesn't matter what the profile.
I appreciate it. But yeah, he's been really great, and I just sort of came to him with my first album, and I was like, this is my budget, this is my goal, this is my vision as an artist, and we just sort of clicked. And but yeah, so generally what we do is I'll just throw together a demo on GarageBand on my phone.
Nice.
And yeah, ship it over to him, and then we'll do some sessions. He's got a converted garage into studio,
That's
the most
sick.
Nashville thing ever.
I love it.
Yeah, and it's super fun. We just have a great time and get it done.
I love that. So you just released a song recently. Are you putting out another album?
That's the plan. So I've got another single that we're gonna wrap tomorrow, actually, that I'm gonna play here in a little bit, acoustic. See how that goes. But that one's coming out at the end of April, and the plan right now is to have a full album for probably September, like sometime in the fall.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's so exciting.
I'm really excited.
And I love that you're releasing albums, because it feels like in like the TikTok era of music, people have like stopped putting out albums.
Well, and I say album, I would probably more call it a broke guy's album, because the limited, each song costs some money. So
Yeah.
limiting, I would love to put out like a full length 15, 16, 17 song album, but
Yeah.
need a little more. Need a little more cash. A couple more years of gigs before we do that. for
Well,
sure.
honestly, the least amount of songs you put, the more likely you'll be able to print it just on one vinyl.
Right. Right.
You know? So
Exactly.
you're kind of doing it in a practical way. Not the
Economical.
broke man's
Yes,
way.
yes.
It's very practical.
Thank you. Thank you.
So do you I know you play at TBW.
I do.
Do you do that weekly?
We love Tennessee Brew Works and play there probably once a month, I'd say. And really anytime they need someone to fill, if we're available, we'll do it because we love what
Sick.
they're about and love playing there for sure.
That's so cool. So do you have any upcoming shows coming up? Oh, coming up.
We have a show at the East Room later in April, as well as a house show that we're still working on the details
Hell
of.
yeah.
I think we're playing Tennessee Brew Works. I think the next time is May, but we'll probably end up playing there sometime in April.
Sick.
And that's been another fun thing to sort of figure out as a musician is that there's gigs and there's shows, right? And I think that there's a lot of fun in both for different reasons. Because I love, a lot of people hate playing covers, and I love playing covers. Like
I love playing covers
these
too.
are my favorite songs. Why wouldn't I want to jam out to it and play a guitar solo to it and try to do my take on it? That's why I love gigs, but also you got to pay the bills, right? And when you're bringing yourself up as an artist, the shows don't always, because you got to pay the band, you got to pay the photographer, you got to pay everybody. So it's nice to have a mix of both.
It's crazy how many people you need to pay as an artist in an industry where nobody's paying for music anymore.
It's a lot of fun, yeah.
It's wild. I wonder what's gonna happen. Like, 'cause something needs to happen. Like
Something needs to break for sure.
it's just it feels like everyone, like all the major labels, all of the indie artists, everyone's trying to just take any penny where they can get it because Spotify has just.
And then you add on, if you just look at a lot of my musician friends, even the ones that I would consider pretty successful at this point, still work 2 jobs.
Definitely.
Because it's just a totally different game that has completely evolved since the pandemic, and before that was every decade it looks different.
Yeah.
So I think that something's going to have to break in order to make sure that these people who take care of us on such a spiritual level are taking care of themselves, because everyone deserves that, right?
Totally, and it'll be interesting to see where the music industry goes, because I don't know, I've been feeling like it's the end of TikTok. I know they've been saying it's getting banned. It probably won't get banned, but I do feel like there's been a big pull away from it.
Who knows? TikTok's my arch enemy anyways. I'm such a boomer on there. I have no idea how to post TikToks. If you look at my TikTok, it's hilarious. I think it's really embarrassing for me, and I also love that because I love that there's a trail of all my mess ups. That if I do succeed, great. And here's video evidence that you have to look like a excuse me, and that's not a good word. Dummy to do it. So yeah, I love it. I love it and I hate it.
It's kind of crazy because I feel like as humans we're always growing and evolving, and then the fact that there's this little captured moment of you in one phase of your life
Right.
that's forever there. It's kind of scary. I never really thought about it like that until the past couple weeks.
Yeah, but at least it's everyone's problem now.
Yeah,
The digital age.
that's true. So what do you want to be your legacy in the music industry?
Interesting. I haven't thought about it too much. I think for me it's just been so much about learning and growing as a person and as an artist the last couple of years. I think if anything, just community. I think if you look at the grassroots community in Nashville, people like Aaron Lee Tasjan or Paul McDonald, these people who have built a community of musicians, but also just a community of togetherness in Nashville. It's so cool. And I love people, and I love making new friends. I love seeing old friends, and so to be in a place where my shows are just a collection of old friends and new friends, and I get to play my music for them. I mean, I don't think there's anything I could dream better than that.
I mean, it seems like you're doing a good job of creating that legacy already. It's that, especially being in Nashville, it feels like community here is so important, and
Yeah.
that's my favorite part about this city specifically in terms of the music industry?
I think there's something for everyone. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that there's a little pocket. You'd think it's just country, but it's definitely not.
No, there's everything. There's everything. Well, we're going to play your song Medicine right before we transition into our live performance segment of the show.
All right.
Tell me about the writing process of this song.
Yeah. So I've been diabetic for 22 years,
Wow.
and I love anyone who knows me who's listening just rolled their eyes or chuckled to themselves because I love to make jokes about it. You know, it's pretty. I mean, and it's serious at the end of the day, and so I think just making light of it. I've had it since I was 4, but um, yeah, a couple months ago, I just had one of those kind of breaking experience where I went to pick up my insulin from the pharmacy, just like standard 30-day supply of this juice that keeps me alive, right?
That's
And
crazy.
well, I get there and the pharmacist just looks like shocked, and I'm like, "What's wrong?" She's like, do you know what you're going to pay for this?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's usually 100 something bucks, which still is crazy." And she was like, "No, it's going to be like 1,600." Um, so yeah, I mean, I couldn't do it, and I went home and cried and just was really overwhelmed. And it's really isolating to be in that spot because everyone's dealing with their stuff, and I don't want to bring people down. And so to have this, I got to make a car payment on my body basically. It's tough, and so I think just sitting in that isolation and thinking about people who have it so much worse with just paying for healthcare in this country, but
That's crazy though, because like that's something that you need to. It's like water.
yeah,
It should
and
be free.
yeah, and the thing is it worked itself out to the point that I had to switch to a different kind of insulin and go through all this mess,
Oh
but like there
gosh.
was no instruction guide for doing that, and I just think about all these people who don't have that option of switching. And yeah, so maybe like a day or two later, I was sitting with Asher, my producer, my friend, and he was just strumming some chords, and it was one of those songs. I mentioned the songs that sort of just come from the universe. I just sort of I drink my whiskey by the well, and the whole song just sort of came. It all made sense to me, and yeah, and to hear the emotion that came out of it after the fact, and to kind of hear the loneliness in myself be expressed in this song. I hope other people will hear it, and it's been really cool to play it at shows the last couple months, and having a bunch of people come up to me afterwards like, I can't tell you how much I pay for XYZ for this problem. And yeah, I love that they feel seen by that. And if the song does anything, I would hope that it would be something that says you're not alone, and
Yeah.
it's okay that it's tough.
Well, it seems like this is a story that like you've been needing to tell, and that's why it came out the way it did, and it's really cool that you were able to like channel that while being in the room with another person too, with your
Yeah,
producer, cuz
yeah,
like that, I mean, I feel like there's a certain like level of vulnerability that you have to get to be able to have that like open channel with the universe to write a song the way that you wrote this song, and to be comfortable enough being around another person to do that is really cool.
yeah. Well, and I think that vulnerability comes with trust, and
Mm.
I'm really grateful that I've got. I mean, in town has been nothing but a blessing to me with my best friends, my band. Shout
Yeah.
out to Austin, Kenny, and Jamie. I love those guys and appreciate them. And Asher has just really believed in me as a person and as an artist. So yeah, I think earned trust can
Yeah.
allow for some of that vulnerability for sure.
How did you meet your band?
So I was a camp counselor for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I worked on the ropes course. And my last summer, this guy named Jamie, who's a student at Belmont at the time, was on my team, and I was jamming at like a campfire and I knew he played percussion and I knew he played guitar. I was like, come play the song, come play he had a little box drum. And I told him we're playing Black Horse and a Cherry Tree by KT Tunstall. If you ever heard it, he's like, nope, I'll figure it out. I was like, cool. And he did. And I was like, awesome. He's going to be my drummer when I move to Nashville. Um, and yeah, so my guitar player, Austin, is his roommate. And
Wow.
he's played keys, or Jamie's played keys, bass, and drums for me. And our last member, Kenny Bryan, is an artist in his own right. And we went to school together at Furman in South Carolina. And when he moved to town, I reached out, and I mean, he came over once and jammed with us, and then he moved in with those guys, and we spend all our time together. It's awesome.
That's amazing. I mean, it's so cool to be able to play music with your best friends. There's nothing better than that.
Truly nothing.
Well, let's play your song and we'll get you set up to play live. Do you want to announce it for us?
All right, this is Drew White. You're listening to 96.7 Young Country Radio, and this is my new single, Medicine.
I drink my whiskey by the well. I've never bothered asking them what's on the top shelf. I ain't bad off, I rent myself. 1/3 my cash, gotta ask, hey, how would my soul sell? Oh, 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 I work hard and working hard, so I can live, can dream, can do my part. Oh, I'm passing out to get back up again. Stick around to bring the money in it. Upside down, what I put out for my medicine. I got some drugs to buy, can't you tell? They keep me alive, but the cost of living's hell. Everyone's trying, it's just as well. Is it really weakness if I go and ask for help? I work hard at working hard, so I can live, can dream, can do my part. Oh, I'm passing out to get back up again. Stick around to bring the money in it. Upside down, what I put out for my medicine. Oh, my, I work hard at working hard, so I can live, can dream, can do my part. Oh, I'm passing out to get back up again. Stick around and bring the money in it. Upside down, what I put out for my medicine.
I guess we're leaving town again. We're moving out, moving in. Gotta break the news to all my friends, but they won't care. They'll just find another face to fall behind, to take my place, and run way up past second base and just stand there. A dreamsicle on a summer night in a folding lawn chair. Witches ring around the moon, better get home soon. Poison oak and poison ivy, dirty jokes that blew right by me. Mama curling up beside me, crying to herself. Why can't Daddy just come home? Forget whatever he did wrong. He's in a hotel all alone and we need help. A dreamsicle on a summer night in a folding lawn chair. I'm still packing up my room. broken vows. I'll be 18 4 years from now, with different friends in a different town. I'll finally be free. Call you both some holiday, tell you why I moved away. Say everything's gonna be okay, then come see me. A dreamsicle on a summer night in a folding lawn chair. Daddy's howling at the moon.
Things are different here, things are different, I know. I used to listen to just me breathe the sound of the air. Couch or the living room, there was a time when I used to be there.
Breaking into June. Breaking into June.
You're listening to 96.7 FM Young Country Nashville. This is Alternative Hour. I'm your host, Chelsea King. We're here with Drew White. I'm going to just hand the show over to you. It's your show now, so go crazy. Play us some music.
All right. Gosh. Yeah, this first one was off my my debut record that came out a little over a year ago. And basically just in short, I think a love song to Nashville and definitely to all the things that keep me awake. But yeah, this one's called Dreamin' in the City. I hope y'all like it.
Things are different here, things are different, I know. I used to listen to just me breathe the sounds of the air. The cheap couch or the living room, there was a time when I used to be there. Things will be better here, yeah. They'll be better, I know. When your heart's already broken, who finds it next is never fair. Watch your mind, watch your thoughts, echoes drag you back in there. You hear the whir of a siren, crash of thunder, seen a flash lightning. That's just part of the nighttime, baby. Waking up from dreaming in the city. Oh, 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 oh. Things are changing suddenly. I feel again what it's like to care. Things are changing, darling, for the better, but I still get scared. Felt your mind swaying, it's just the night shaking. Look in my eyes, see my heart racing. It's no surprise, honey, we've known the night shaking. We've heard the whir of a siren, crash of thunder, seen a flash lightning. That's just part of the nighttime, baby. Waking up and dreaming in the city. Whispers of an old lover, couple of friends just laughing at each other. They're just part of the nighttime, baby. Waking up and dreaming in the city. Heard the whir of a siren, siren, crash of thunder, seen a flash lightning. That's just part of the nighttime, baby. Waking up from dreaming in the city. We're touching and sliding. She looks like love and she tastes like wine. We're just part of the nighttime, baby. Waking up and dreaming in the city. Oh, 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 waking up and dreaming in the city. Oh, 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 wake me up, I'm dreaming in the city.
That was amazing.
Thanks so much.
You have such a beautiful natural vibrato in your voice. It's
Thank you.
so cool.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
My relationship with my voice has always been really complicated, honestly.
Why?
I didn't know, well, I still don't know how, but I really was just super insecure about it, I think, when I was a kid, and just would try to emulate other people in a way that sounded weird and unnatural, or I'd kind of do this growling thing. And yeah, so I think to grow up and into it has been one of the most rewarding parts of music for me, because now I love to sing and I love for other people to hear it. I don't care.
Yeah, and you have a great voice.
Thank you.
And it sounds like you.
It is. Controlled yelling.
Yes. Well, do you have some more songs for us?
Yeah. Gotta make sure I'm in tune for this next one.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I got a single coming out at the end of April, and it is this one.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I mentioned growing up in the church, and to this day, some of the best people I'll ever know. But there was also, for every one of those people, there's a lot of people who love to cast the first stone, if you will. I don't think we have long enough time on this earth to not just love, right? To not love other people for something that is superficial, for something that we don't understand. So this song for me was just kind of a note to self to be brave and not be afraid to stand up for what's right. So this one's called Stand Up. I'm gonna get a sip of water real quick.
Yeah, grab a sip of water.
This one's called Stand Up. It'll be out April 29th is the plan right now.
April 29th?
That's the plan right now. We'll see.
Wow.
I can't do May the 4th. That's a national holiday for me, Star Wars Day. So anyway, here's Stand Up, y'all. I can feel it coming. We need help, we need something. I see smoke, we're burning. Fed up, we've been lied to, and now we're searching and hurting. Just trying to shelter from the heat. And I've been in hiding, trying to get up off my feet. 'Cause I can feel it coming. We need help, we need something. Well, I bled plenty, but what do I bleed? The Lord love us all, we still fight the streets. So what's it gonna take for you to get up, get here, and stand up for what you believe? Oh, what you believe. They tried bringing my mother down to find just the right phrase that'll scare you from speaking out. Dying, deceiving for power that is already gone. Love, the only real thing that makes us strong. I can feel it coming. something, something. Well, I bled plenty, but what do I bleed? The Lord love us always still by the street. So what's it gonna take for you to get up, get here, and stand up for what you believe? Pray for peace, whatever that means. Peace of mind, peace of world, peace of soul. I do not speak for the masses, no, just for the sadness I see before I leave my own home. Can I stand? Can I stand? Stand up, won't you stand up? What's it gonna take? Oh, what's it gonna take for you to get up, get here, get up, get here, get up, get here, and stand up for what you believe?
I love that one.
Thank you.
I love the message of it too, you know, just love.
Yeah. I don't know. It was hard to write because I wanted it to be true of my experience, and it took a long time to really ask myself what I haven't been brave enough to stand up for. So yeah, I love that song, and I love that it's made me have to be brave a little bit.
Yeah, totally. And the guitar parts are killer.
You know, that's the fun part, right?
So
That was
sick.
fun.
When did you start playing guitar?
I was, I think, 9. I was probably 6 the first time. So my dad went to college on a vocal scholarship. I got all my technical ability from him, and got my taste from my mama. Thank God is that way around and not the other way around. But yeah, he tried to get me on it when I was 6. My hands weren't quite big enough, so I think I was probably 8 or 9 when I picked it up again and really started playing, and took lessons for a couple months, and yeah, I'm so grateful to the patience of that first guitar teacher, because all I wanted to learn was classic rock intros. But yeah,
That's awesome.
that's it was enough to get me started, and I'm really grateful to have had some awesome mentors and friends along the way, because I love playing this thing.
Well, you're
Probably
good
my
at it.
favorite thing to do. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Do you have one more song for us?
I do. So this is the one I just released. Another sip of water. I'll explain why.
Do we get to hear Medicine live? Yeah.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, if you didn't hear earlier, I am diabetic. I get thirsty when your blood sugar gets high. When you get nervous, and being on the radio makes you pretty nervous.
Yeah.
Therefore, water, blood sugar. It's all good.
Well, I'm sorry we don't have a lot of water. We do have Yoco vodka.
I mean,
if you run out of water.
I hear Yoco vodka specifically is the best hydration you can get in town. But yeah, this is my new single, Medicine. Real excited for people to keep listening. Real excited to just see kind of where it goes and what it does. But yeah, here's Medicine.
Oh my mind. I drink my whiskey by the well. I've never bothered asking what's on the top shelf. I ain't that offering myself. 1/3 my cash, gotta ask, hey, how would my soul sell? Oh, 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 working hard so I can live, can dream, can do my part. Oh, I'm passing out to get back up again. Stick around to bring the money in it. Upside down, what I put out for my oh, my medicine. I've got some drugs to buy, can't you tell? They keep me alive, but the cost of living's hell. Everyone's trying, it's just as well. Is it really weakness if I go and ask for help? I work hard, working hard, so I can live, can dream, can do my part. Oh, I'm passing out to get back up again. Stick around to bring the money in. It's upside down, what I put out for my oh, my medicine. Oh, my, oh, my, yeah. Oh, my, oh, I work hard and working hard so I can live, can dream, can do my part. Oh, I'm passing out to get back up again. I'll stick around to bring the money in. It's upside down, what I put out for my oh, my medicine.
So cool to hear it live.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Oh my gosh, it sounds amazing. Thank you for playing for us today.
Yeah, thanks so much again for having me, Chelsea. It's been so much fun.
Yeah, it's been a great time. We'll have to have you back next time you have a release, maybe in April.
Oh my gosh, anytime.
Yes.
Call me, beat me.
Yes. So before we wrap up, where can everyone find you?
Yeah, Drew White, very easy to spell. DREWWHITE, and you can find me wherever you listen to music, wherever. If you keep up with artists, you can find me on Instagram at Drew White Music. And yeah, check out my new single, y'all. Real excited about it.
Love it. Do you have any advice to give to other up-and-coming artists before we wrap up?
Love yourself. This is a brutal industry, and I think that the fun is only not fun anymore when you forget who you are and you forget why you're doing it. So love yourself and surround yourself with people who love you for who you are too.
That's great advice. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. I'm going to wrap up with your song, King Street. I know we heard it at the beginning. Let's hear it again.
All right.
This is 96.7 FM Nashville. You're listening to Alternative Hour. I'll be back next Monday. This is King Street by Drew White.